This video is brought to you by Tech. It's just after midnight on Christmas Eve, 2025. The city is quiet. Inside a server farm, 1,000 tiny lights are blinking, one bright blue in the foreground. It's not just data being stored, it's work being done. A piece of software scans a company's sales data from the last quarter. It notices a pattern. It drafts an email to the marketing lead suggesting a new ad campaign. It mock-ups a few ad visuals. This isn't a simple script. It's an AI agent. Millions of them are waking up around the world. The road to AI agents wasn't a single leap. It was a series of important steps, each building on the last. The first major milestone was the rise of truly capable large language models, LLMs. Think of ChatGPT. In late 2022 into 2023, these models showed they could understand and generate text in a way that felt human. Suddenly, a computer could write an email, explain a complex topic simply, even help you debug a piece of code. It felt like a conversation. This was a huge deal. Before this, AI felt niche for researchers and big tech. ChatGPT put a powerful tool into the hands of millions. People used it for writing school essays, drafting business proposals. It wasn't truly thinking or acting on its own. It was a sophisticated text predictor, a master of patterns learned from a huge library of internet text. It couldn't browse the web or book a flight, confined to its chat window. But it was the foundation. It was the brain. What if this brain could do more than talk? What if we gave it arms and legs in the digital world? Agentic AI begins to take shape. Connect the LLM, the brain, to tools, a web browser, a code interpreter, access to a company database, the ability to use an application's API. That connection was the missing link, the bridge between thinking and doing. Before full agents, we had plugins and integrations. ChatGPT got the ability to browse the web or create a chart, early, cautious experiments. The model could access live info and perform simple, predefined tasks. It was still guided by the user's prompt. You had to tell it, browse the web and summarize. The model wouldn't decide that on its own. It was the first step, but the human was still the pilot. Understanding this path is key. The goal here is to explore this new world with a balanced perspective. Not hype, not fear, curious and informed. So, let's break it down. The real breakthrough moment for agentic AI came with experimental open-source projects like AutoGPT and Baby AGI in 2023. These systems introduced a new powerful concept, the autonomous loop. Instead of one instruction, one response, these systems could operate continuously toward a broader goal. You didn't give it a command, you gave it a mission. Example mission: find the top 3 new electric cars launching next year. Compile a report with their specs and pricing. The agent would then take it from there. Here's how that loop works. First, the agent reasons. The LLM creates a plan from the mission. Step 1. Search for new electric cars 2026. Step 2. Analyze results for reliable sources like car magazines. Step 3. Visit those sources and extract specs and pricing. Second, the agent acts. It executes the step, maybe using a web browser tool. Third, it observes. It inspects the search results page. Did it work? Is the info useful? This observation step is critical. Then it refines its plan. The search might be too broad, so it narrows to top-rated upcoming electric sedans. It repeats the loop. Reason, act, observe, refine, again and again. It can get stuck, go down wrong paths, and even fail. But it's trying to solve problems on its own, not a passive tool waiting for commands. It has a goal and actively works to achieve it. The autonomous loop is what makes an AI agent an agent. So, moving from experiments to reality, what are AI agents being used for right now, in late 2025? It's less about robot butlers and more about supercharging digital workflows. The most common applications are in areas with repetitive, rule-based tasks that still require a bit of judgment. Customer service is a prime example. An AI agent can now handle a huge portion of support queries from start to finish. It can read a customer's email, understand the problem, look up their order history in a database, and provide a helpful, context-aware response. If needed, it can even process a refund or create a support ticket for a human agent. In marketing, agents are becoming junior assistants. A marketing manager can give an agent a goal like, promote our new winter sale on social media for the next week. The agent can then draft a series of posts for Twitter. The agent can then draft a series of posts for Instagram. The agent can then draft a series of posts for Facebook. It can schedule them to post at optimal times. It can even monitor the comments for questions and sentiment. It might notice a lot of people asking about shipping deadlines and then draft a new post specifically addressing that. This frees up the human marketer to focus on brand strategy and creative concepts instead of a dozen small, repetitive tasks. Software development is another area seeing big changes. Developers are using agents to automate parts of their coding process. An agent can be tasked with writing unit tests for a new feature. It writes the code, runs the tests, and reports back on any bugs it finds. In some cases, it can even attempt to fix the bugs itself. This doesn't replace the developer. It just takes away some of the most tedious and time-consuming parts of the job, allowing the developer to spend more time on complex architecture and problem-solving. It's like having a tireless intern who is great at the grunt work. Finally, we're seeing agents used for research and data analysis. A financial analyst could ask an agent to monitor the news for any information about our top 5 competitors and summarize key developments every morning. The sheer scale and speed are what's powerful here. A task that would take a team of interns hours can now be done continuously and automatically by a single AI agent. What we're seeing is a fundamental change in the nature of automation itself. For the past 50 years, automation has been about precision, repetition. Think of a factory robot arm on an assembly line. It performs the exact same motion, welding the same spot on a car door thousands of times a day. If you move the car door by an inch, the robot fails. It can't adapt. This dumb automation was incredibly powerful for manufacturing, but it couldn't be applied to knowledge work. AI agents are different. Their automation is adaptive. Reason, act, observe. They can handle variation and uncertainty. If an agent is trying to book a flight and the website it normally uses is down, it won't just stop. It will observe the error, reason that its plan failed, and adapt. Try a different travel website. Search for alternatives to website name. This ability to pivot and problem solve lets automation move out of the factory and into the office. This new kind of automation can tackle tasks previously thought human only. Consider the paralegal sorting thousands of documents for a legal case. Old automation couldn't do this. Every document is different. But an AI agent can be given the goal. Read through this data room of 50,000 documents. Identify any that mention Project Titan. The agent can read and understand context, handling different formats and phrasing. It can present a curated list of relevant files to the lawyer. We need to update our mental model of what a job for a computer is. It's no longer just about calculating or moving data from one box to another. It's about achieving goals. This moves automation up the value chain, from simple execution to basic strategy, decision-making. It doesn't mean the AI is smarter than a human, but it can execute logical steps toward a goal with speed and endurance. This changes the division of labor between people and computers. The most immediate question on everyone's mind is, what does this mean for my job? The answer is nuanced. It's not as simple as robots are coming for our jobs. Instead, AI agents will cause a profound restructuring of what we do at work. Many jobs will not be eliminated, but they will be deconstructed. Tasks within a job will be automated, rather than the entire role disappearing overnight. A graphic designer might use an agent to generate a dozen initial logo concepts, but the designer's expertise is still needed to choose the best direction and refine it into a final product. This leads to the emergence of new roles. We will need AI agent trainers, AI auditors, human-in-the-loop managers. They set goals for agents. They design rules of engagement. They review agent work for quality and safety. A company might have a team dedicated to building and maintaining an agent that handles inventory management. These people won't be stocking shelves. They'll ensure the agent orders the right products at the right time. They'll prevent overspending or stockouts. These are new, higher leverage jobs that didn't exist a few years ago. At the same time, we can't ignore the fact that some roles will shrink. Jobs composed almost entirely of repetitive digital tasks are most vulnerable. Think of certain kinds of data entry, basic transcription, or call center work that follows a strict script. As agents become more capable and cost-effective, the economic pressure to automate will be immense. This will cause real displacement and requires a societal response. We'll need massive investment in retraining and upskilling programs to help people transition into new roles that work alongside AI, not against it. The very texture of our workday will change. Less administrative drudgery as agents handle it in the background, and more focus on creativity, strategic thinking, building relationships, mentoring. The optimistic view: agents absorb the boring parts, making jobs more engaging and meaningful. But that transition will require a conscious effort from both companies and individuals to adapt. With great power comes the need for great caution. AI agents, while incredibly useful, introduce a new class of risks that we must take seriously. The first and most obvious is the risk of error. What happens when an agent, trying to be helpful, makes a mistake? An agent tasked with managing a company's cloud computing resources might misunderstand a goal and shut down a critical server, causing a massive outage. An agent writing code might introduce a subtle but serious security vulnerability. Because these systems can act quickly and at scale, a small error can have big consequences. This is why safety and testing are paramount. We need robust digital sandboxes where we can test agents in a simulated environment before giving them access to real-world systems. We need clear-off switches, monitoring tools that allow humans to intervene immediately if an agent starts behaving unexpectedly. Companies deploying agents will need rigorous quality assurance processes, not just for the agent's code, but for its decision-making logic. We need to be able to understand why an agent made a particular choice, a concept known as explainability. Without it, we're flying blind. Then there's the issue of privacy. For an AI agent to be a useful personal or professional assistant, it often needs access to a lot of your data. It needs to read your emails, see your calendar, and access your documents. This creates a massive privacy and security challenge. How do we ensure this sensitive data is protected? How do we prevent it from being used for purposes we didn't agree to? The company that provides the agent has a huge responsibility to build strong security and be transparent about its data practices. As users, we need to be cautious about what permissions we grant. Beyond errors and privacy, there is the risk of misuse. Malicious actors could use agents for nefarious purposes. Imagine an agent designed to spread disinformation at a scale never before seen, creating thousands of fake social media accounts and tailoring messages to exploit people's biases. Or consider an agent built to find and exploit security flaws in websites automatically. The same capabilities that allow an agent to be a helpful assistant can be weaponized. Society will need to develop new technical and legal frameworks to detect and defend against this kind of malicious automation. The liability puzzle. Well, one of the trickiest questions that agents raise is about accountability. When an autonomous AI agent makes a decision that causes harm, who is responsible? If a financial agent makes a trade that loses a client's life savings, can the client sue the software? For now, the legal answer is fairly clear. The company that created or deployed the agent is responsible. The agent is considered a product. Companies are liable for the products they sell. A business can't just blame its software if something goes wrong. But as agents become more complex and autonomous, this could get blurry. What if an agent learns and adapts its behavior over time in ways its original programmers never intended? What if it combines information from multiple sources to make a novel decision that leads to a bad outcome? The chain of causality becomes harder to trace. Legal and regulatory systems move much more slowly than technology, and we'll have to grapple with these new scenarios. We will need to establish clear standards of care for developing AI agents and for deploying AI agents. Another crucial piece of this puzzle is fairness. AI systems learn from data. If that data reflects historical biases, the AI will inherit and amplify those biases. An agent designed to screen resumes might learn from past hiring data that a company tended to hire people from certain universities. It might then unfairly penalize candidates from other schools, even if they are perfectly qualified. This can create systemic discrimination at a massive scale. Auditing agents for bias, building fairness checks into decision-making processes is not just a technical challenge, it's an ethical necessity. Ultimately, we have to decide where the buck stops. The consensus right now is that it must always stop with a human. There must be a person or an organization that is held accountable for the agent's actions. Looking ahead over the next 2 to 3 years, we're not going to see a world run by sentient robots. The changes will be more subtle, embedding themselves into the software we already use every day. Your email client will likely have an agent that does more than just sort spam. It will summarize long email threads. It will draft replies for your approval. It will manage your calendar based on the content of your messages. Writing apps will have agents that act as a research partner, finding sources and data to support your arguments as you type. In the world of small business, agents will become a great equalizer. Owner of a small trendy coffee shop smiling at a tablet. A small e-commerce shop, run by just 1 or 2 people, could use an agent as its full-time marketing manager. Customer service rep, bookkeeper. This will allow small teams to compete with much larger companies, lowering the barrier to entry for entrepreneurship. In factories, agents will move from planning to prediction. They will monitor data from every machine, predict when a part is likely to fail, automatically order a replacement before a breakdown ever happens, saving huge amounts of time and money. Healthcare is another area poised for significant, if cautious, change. Doctors are overwhelmed with administrative work. Agents can help by sifting through a patient's entire medical history, decades of records, lab results, doctor's notes, and presenting a concise summary of the most critical information. They could highlight potential drug interactions, or point out risk factors that might have been missed. The agent doesn't make the diagnosis, but it provides the doctor with organized, relevant information, allowing them to make a better, faster decision. This requires extreme care, with patient privacy and accuracy. A bit further down the road, we will see agents begin to collaborate with each other. Imagine you buy a product online. A customer-facing agent takes your order. It then communicates with an agent in the warehouse to dispatch the product. That agent, in turn, talks to a logistics agent at a shipping company to arrange delivery. This network of specialized agents, all communicating and coordinating, could create incredibly efficient and resilient systems, speeding up supply chains and shifting roles toward strategy and exception handling. So, we stand at a major turning point. The emergence of AI agents is not just another tech trend, it's a fundamental shift in our relationship with computers. We are moving from giving commands to delegating outcomes. This technology holds immense promise. It can unlock productivity, accelerate scientific discovery, free us from tedious work. But it also comes with serious challenges related to jobs, safety, fairness, and control. The path we take is not predetermined. It will be defined by the choices we make right now. The single most important idea to guide us should be this: build agents to augment human capability, not to replace human accountability. The best systems will be designed with a human-in-the-loop approach. This means people remain in control, setting the goals, defining the rules, and making the final judgments on high-stakes decisions. The agent is a powerful assistant, doing the heavy lifting and analysis, but the human provides the wisdom, ethics, and common sense. This model ensures safety and builds trust. This requires a multi-layered approach. Researchers and engineers must prioritize safety, transparency, building tools to combat bias. Companies need to be thoughtful about deployment, focusing on augmenting their workforce, investing heavily in retraining. Policymakers must work to create sensible regulations that protect privacy and establish clear lines of liability without stifling innovation. And as individuals, we all have a responsibility to become educated about these tools, to be curious, but also critical. AI agents are not magic. They are powerful tools, and the future they help create is the one we choose to build. We can use them to make our work more meaningful and our services more efficient and accessible, or we can deploy them recklessly, leading to job displacement, bias at scale, and a loss of human agency. The choice is ours. The goal should be to steer this technology toward a future where it empowers people, solves real problems, and makes our lives richer, not poorer. Let's stay curious, stay critical, and build that future with intention. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe.